This is what narcissists do when they think you're too tough to control, manipulate, and dominate. Hello, everyone. Thanks for dropping by my channel. Your support means a lot, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications to stay updated on my latest videos. Recognizing the warning signs of a narcissist is crucial for safeguarding yourself against their manipulative tendencies. Common traits include a lack of empathy, an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant need for attention and validation, and a penchant for manipulating others for personal gain. Narcissists may employ charm and flattery to achieve their objectives, often with a track record of taking advantage of others or breaking promises. Now let's delve into today's topic: how narcissists handle individuals who are not easily swayed and know what they want. As we all understand, narcissists prioritize themselves, valuing others only insofar as they fulfill their need for validation. When you become a target for a narcissist, they will strive to exert control over you in any conceivable manner, regardless of its apparent significance. Remember, the primary focus is on the narcissist maintaining control, not on you. Today, we'll explore the various tactics narcissists employ to eliminate perceived threats. Narcissists often struggle to contend with individuals who possess a strong sense of self and resist external influence. Such individuals typically exhibit a higher level of maturity in their thoughts and actions. Narcissists, characterized by their arrogance, find it challenging to accept others as they are. People exuding confidence, high self-esteem, and a firm grasp on reality may put them off, but this doesn't deter narcissists from pursuing them. Regardless of the ease or difficulty involved, narcissists target individuals relentlessly, sparing no effort to break down anyone who challenges their dominance. Narcissists subscribe to the belief that to elevate their own egos, they must diminish the self-esteem of others. Even if we prove resilient to their tactics, they persist in trying to wield influence over our lives, patiently awaiting the moment we lower our defenses. Despite our intelligence and resilience, they are relentless in their efforts to outmaneuver us. In their pursuit of control, narcissists employ an array of methods, including love bombing, smear campaigns, gaslighting, and more. If flattery and charm fall short, they may resort to playing the victim, seeking sympathy and understanding. Crucially, narcissists are indifferent to others' opinions of them. What matters is having a foothold from which to operate. Regardless of the love, affection, or pity they may feign, it all boils down to seeking attention. Their use of flattery and charm aims not at genuine connection, but at manipulating your emotional attachment, signaling that you value them and they hold sway over your life. When love bombing proves ineffective, narcissists may attempt to elicit pity, endeavoring to gain control and coerce submission to their will. Instead of fulfilling their responsibilities, they might feign illness to shirk tasks, or even go to the extent of deliberately injuring themselves to capture your attention. They'll assert having no other recourse, pleading for your support, and repeat this narrative incessantly. As evident, when confronted with a formidable adversary, narcissists often adopt a guise of weakness and vulnerability to cultivate your trust. They present themselves as humble and unassuming, making it challenging for you to decline their requests without seeming egotistical. Their ultimate aim is to gradually dismantle you, infiltrating every facet of your life until vulnerability to their influence is inevitable. However, once you've assisted them through a challenging situation, they may reverse course and attempt to manipulate you or exploit your kindness. It's a relentless cycle with narcissists, and they spare no effort to retain control. So, what steps can you take if you find yourself entangled with a narcissist? Establishing clear boundaries is crucial. Resist their attempts at manipulation. Clearly articulate what you are and are not willing to do, and steadfastly adhere to your limits. Maintaining a robust sense of self-worth is equally important, guarding against the impact of their demeaning comments or actions. Seek support from trusted friends and family, and consider professional assistance if the situation becomes overwhelming. Remember, it's not your responsibility to fix the narcissist or ensure their happiness. You deserve respect and kindness, with the right to distance yourself from any situation detrimental to your well-being. I trust this information has proven helpful, offering insights into the behavior of narcissists and strategies for dealing with them. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell. The 5 hardest realities to face after breaking up with a narcissist. This episode caters to those struggling to come to terms with the reality of a narcissistic relationship, or finding it challenging to move on despite their attempts. To assist you in navigating life after parting ways with a narcissist, we've compiled a list of the top 5 challenges you're likely to encounter. If this topic resonates with you and you're eager to delve deeper, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. Where do you find it most difficult to accept reality? Which aspects do you wish you could acknowledge but find challenging? Share your experiences in the comments section to help others going through similar struggles feel less isolated. Let's begin with the first challenge. In a narcissistic relationship, the entire connection was counterfeit. It's perplexing, isn't it? You invested not just your emotions, but your entire being into the relationship. You exerted significant effort, made numerous concessions, and yet you found yourself entangled with a fundamentally flawed narcissist. Despite envisioning a positive future for the relationship, you placed your faith and trust in them. Perhaps you saw this person as the long-awaited savior, someone you believed could fulfill your deepest desires. Yet, what transpired was quite different. The aftermath left you with a moral injury and inflicted damage on your soul, deception, trauma, abandonment, demoralization, and being made a fool of. Your generosity, empathy, and compassion were exploited by others. Accepting the truth now means acknowledging that everything done for or experienced with them, including pleasant memories, was genuinely real. It forces the recognition that the person who initially appeared charming, kind, present, attuned, and wonderful is now non-existent, never was. Succumbing to the realization that it was all a charade implies that the later manifestation, the monstrous version, reflects their true nature. Confronting all this information simultaneously triggers a paralyzing freeze response, impeding rational thought. It's akin to witnessing a face being stabbed, the brain struggling to process the surreal scene. The lingering doubt persists. Is this a figment of imagination? A prank being played? A staged setting? Or is there something more sinister planned? Refusing to accept such brutality and an extensive deception becomes imperative. Similarly, if the narcissist subjected you to gaslighting, abuse, trauma, or intolerable treatment, the same holds true. The forceful realization of reality leaves you immobilized, grappling with the inconceivable notion of someone being this malevolent. Number 2. All the pleasant experiences you cherished were fabrications designed to manipulate your emotions. Your cognitive dissonance acts as a barrier, preventing you from acknowledging that the narcissist deceived you about the joyful moments you shared. Why? Because there's a clash of emotions. The same narcissist who caused you to feel inadequate was also responsible for making you feel good about yourself when they were being kind. This conflict fractures your psyche, blurring the line between reality and deception. Recognizing that the positive memories were also manipulative tools employed to keep you in the relationship is a significant leap forward. It entails relinquishing a substantial part of your life. Clinging to something, even if it's an illusion, feels preferable to nothing. Yet, embracing the truth means letting go of the hope that you'll one day reminisce about your life with genuine fondness and a sense of fulfillment. It's akin to admitting that, from the beginning, everything was bleak and devoid of light. Acknowledging that the enchanting moments were mere mirages involves accepting that you were deceived, misled, and taken advantage of by someone you believed to be trustworthy. This is why it's immensely challenging to concede that the delightful days were nothing but illusions. Number 3. They lured you in with the promise of a dream, but delivered a nightmare instead. Like all narcissists, they initiate the relationship with grand promises of a glorious future. They create false expectations, making commitments that will never materialize. The enticing vision they paint for your future is so captivating that you become entranced. It's an elaborate deception. Placing trust in their assurances is deeply gratifying, sparking incredible thoughts and dreams. This clouds your judgment, making it challenging to pose crucial questions that could differentiate fantasy from reality. By feigning to embody the future you desire, they induce a trance-like state, and you fall for their act. Later, you discover that every promise about the future, the shared one with them, was nothing more than a web of lies and deceit, a mere charade to bait you into giving them what they desired. They pledged the moon and stars, but failed to deliver on any of their commitments, be it affection, financial support, or intimate favors. Instead, they unleashed a nightmarish reality upon you, crafting a world so dreadful that every day became a struggle. Number 4. The narcissist denies you privacy. To experience true betrayal, to be abandoned in the desolation of nowhere, broken and isolated, causing immense pain, there should be some closure for you to move forward. But what does a narcissist do? They cast you aside without concern for your well-being. Whether you survive or perish matters little to them. If they've already taken what they wanted, they vanish without a trace. If they believe they can't manipulate you further, they abandon you, leaving a myriad of unanswered questions. You're left wondering if they are indeed a narcissist. Could someone truly be so callous? How could they behave in such a manner? What prevented them from providing explanations or closure? Are they content now? Did they find solace with a new individual? The cycle of uncertainty replays in your mind, and accepting the fact that they never felt obligated to offer closure becomes a persistent challenge. They didn't value you or the connection enough to provide the last piece of the puzzle for closure. Instead, you find yourself navigating the complexities of narcissistic personality disorder and the existence of individuals like them on your own. You had to come to terms with the realization that unpleasant events had unfolded and make peace with the darker side of the world. Yet, here you stand, recognizing that closure won't be handed to you, and you must seek it independently. The key to freedom lies in understanding that closure will come through your personal experiences. Number 5, the final point. Narcissists exploited you to keep you around as a source of supply. Accepting this harsh reality can be heartbreaking because it implies acknowledging that you were treated as an object, used and discarded, an acceptance that may challenge your self-worth, esteem, and confidence. It requires acknowledging that you were manipulated, much like a piece of furniture utilized until it grew old and was then cast aside. However, recognizing this doesn't mean you bear the guilt. It happened to you, not by your own doing. They employed manipulation, gaslighting, and all the terrible tactics characteristic of such individuals to take advantage of you. You didn't allow it. It happened to you. You were deprived of agency, making it impossible for you to evaluate or consent to what was occurring. Your survival in the relationship was in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. Your access to the reasoning area of your brain was restricted, allowing them to continue tormenting you. The immobilization of your nervous system kept you in a state of shock, living from one moment to the next. Recognizing that someone has objectified you proves incredibly challenging, often triggering guilt and discomfort. Questions like, "How could I allow that?" and "Why did I let it happen to me?" linger, fueling a sense of unease. Yet, it's crucial to understand that these questions arise from your current agency. Now that you are no longer under their toxic influence, you may have gained some clarity, enabling you to reflect on the past. Back then, you didn't possess the agency to ask such questions. Offering yourself compassion, accepting the complexity of the situation at that time, and acknowledging that it was more intricate than it appears today are pivotal to the healing process. Recognize that you were used, but also acknowledge that your actions stemmed from your inherent goodness. You acted in alignment with your nature, setting you apart from the entity you were entangled with. Accepting the reality after leaving the narcissist is undoubtedly challenging, but it is a necessary step towards setting yourself free. This concludes today's video, and we'll reconvene in the next one. Until then, let's continue our journey of healing.